Oh, back again with Forget Me Not. This one is much the same measurement, 4.5 by 8.5, a fraction over. This is tied with some blue and white chiffon ribbon. The cover is a single sheet of cardstock, quite thick cardstock, and I've put some fabric on the back just to reinforce that. I'm trying to think who makes this. I think it's AG. Oh, I don't know. It's a Polish company. Anyway, we've got Flower Fairy on the front with some vintage bits of vintage lace, and this is not vintage. Some vintage, some not so vintage. And this one again is chock-a-block full. This is the side. Bits of cotton. And some dangles, bits and bobs, but I'll show you as we go through. So the inside front cover, we've got some napkin decoupage. This is another of the papers. It's not the same as this. I think this is a Stamperia paper. That's right. So these are Stamperia papers. This is a different company in a sort of thicker cardstock. I've just cut the window out here and popped a little image behind it, just for a bit of interest. And there's some collaging up here. In the pocket, we've got a Flower Fairy and a tag. This was a birthday card, laser cut card. It's quite delicate, so you'd need to be careful when using this, but I thought that was really pretty. That's in there. This, we've got one of these little dangles again, and there's a pocket, envelope flap on this side, but I'll show you that on the other side. So there we go. So that's a long thin envelope. There's nothing in that envelope. This is from a book, and I've just threaded through some seam binding through there. This is an estate agent's letter. On this side we've got a pocket, and in here there's a postcard. This little girl who says, "I feel so sad." Colours toned in beautifully. It's not written on, but it is, obviously it's quite old, and this is from 1960. So I just like the way all of that went together. This is in on here, and on these tabs I've just put some dangles. This obviously is a glassine envelope. There's a tag in there, in the back, and one in the front. I've done some stenciling. Again, this is inked, tea dyed and inked. This is one of these collages, I suppose you'd call that. I don't know really. It's a library card, and I've done a little bit of decoupage on that. This is, I don't think this is necessarily an old handkerchief, but it is a lace handkerchief, and that's quite pretty. I've used that as a page. Fussy cut. In here there's a postcard. It's not stamped, but it's written on, and a page from the Good Housekeeping magazine. Some book page. It's just decorating the bottom. This is old paper, and there is a little bit of handwriting on there. This is a sticker. This is my long thin tag on this one. There's a little Flower Fairy here, cut out. It's a book page, and I've dangled little ceramic owl. This was actually gifted to me by Liz, by Mrs. Cog. So if you want a bit of Mrs. Cog, that's something that she gave to me, and I'm passing it on. Some vintage crochet. I've got Edith Holden in the centre. Side tuck. A couple of bits in there. That's a magazine page and a tag. Flower Fairy journal card. This one we've got another dangle and tag on this side. It's the other side of the handkerchief. I haven't left you much space for writing, but there is a little bit. And this, obviously, you can write on these pages as well, in the gaps. I would probably write on everything. I quite like doing hidden journaling. This is just an old envelope, 1945, and it's to the Ministry of Labour and National Service in St James's Place in London. This is the other side of the estate agent's letter. Dangle. And then this is from a book, a vintage book, and that's about lanes and hedgerows. This is from Edith Holden. This is a Tim Holtz die cut. And I've just put a little journal card in that tuck there. On here we've got a little dangle with a squirrel, and this was gifted me at some point. I won a giveaway, a Nick the Booksmith giveaway, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the dangles that came with that. And then in the back here I've used the bit that I cut off that birthday card at the front to make a pocket. And that's the back of that one. So thank you. See how much it gapes. It does. If I don't tie it, it wants to really gape, but part of its charm, I think. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.